everyone, my name is Shriya and welcome back to my channel Beauty and the Code। आज के वीडियो में मैं आपके साथ Zara Rose Gourmand का परफ्यूम रिव्यू शेयर करने वाली हूँ। I have a lot to say about this perfume, so let's begin with the review. Before we do so, make sure कि आपने मेरे चैनल पे सब्सक्राइब कर लिया है, you've hit the bell notification and you follow me on Instagram. And now let's get started. So as always, I'm going to start with the packaging. It comes in this very beautiful white cardboard box in which Zara and the perfume details are mentioned in golden, and it has a very nice feel to it. Like the cardboard box quality seems really good, and the brand details are mentioned here that this is Rose Gourmand Perfume, and they have written that it is feminine and empowered, a fresh rose elevated by luscious duo of vanilla and tonka, and it is 80 ml bottle and this one is priced for 1890 rupees, and इसके पीछे लिखा हुआ है chapter number 1 and here are the details of the manufacturing and the pricing. Now talking about the bottle, this is how the bottle is. So मैंने जब रेड टेम्पटेशन रिव्यू किया था, मैंने उसमें भी मेंशन किया था कि इस बार जो ज़ारा की बॉटल है, इट इज़ लाइक सो गॉर्जियस, सो क्लासी, it is simple and chic and it is to the point. It is so beautiful and it has that feminine feel to it. I just love the bottle overall. It looks very sexy and expensive and it does look like a high-end bottle. Now you can see the thickness of the glass right here. बहुत मोटा और अच्छी क्वालिटी का ग्लास है इसमें. इसका कैप गोल्डन में है, ऊपर से कुछ ऐसे दिखता है and it has white details to it. And Rose Gourmand is like kind of embossed here in golden, if you can see. Overall beautiful packaging and good quality stuff. Notice the atomizer, काफ़ी अच्छे से diffused product इसमें से निकल रहा है. Let's talk about the notes breakdown first and then I will tell you what I feel about this particular perfume. इसमें एक टॉप नोट में काफ़ी फ्लोरल नोट्स प्रेजेंट है. रोज़ ऑब्वियसली काफ़ी डोमिनेटिंग है इसमें हिंट ऑफ जैस्मिन भी मुझे फील होता है. कहीं ना कहीं मुझे इसमें थोड़ा सा आयरस का फील भी आता है बिकॉज देयर इज़ अ स्लाइट बिट ऑफ दैट रोजी कॉस्मेटिक फील टू दिस परफ्यूम, like a slight bit of a cosmetic feel to it, and I think iris has the tendency to bring that. I'm not sure, but it's just I'm trusting my nose here. And it has this delicate note of peony as well. तो इसकी वजह से थोड़ा सा एक aquatic sweet delicate floral note ऐड होता है. एंड ओवरऑल इसका जो ओपनिंग है उसमें तो थोड़ा सा कुछ स्पाइस भी है ऐसा मुझे लगा, बट बहुत कम. It's a floral dominating opening and then it moves into this very warm vanilla amber syrupy caramel, that liquid syrupy caramel ka sweetness, and definitely it has some bit of musk in it. So it has so many of sweet notes to it, like a very strong vanilla caramel creamy woody fragrance. सो इसका ओवरऑल फील, ये तो नोट्स के ब्रेकडाउन की बात हो गई. अब बात करते हैं ओवरऑल फील की. तो इसकी जो ओवरऑल फील है वो मुझे काफ़ी हद तक एक रोज़ी जैम का फील आता है या फिर एक रोज़ बेस्ड आइसक्रीम डेजर्ट का फील आता है. तो इट बेसिकली इज़ अ स्वीट रोज़, एंड व्हेन आई से स्वीट रोज़, जस्ट इमेजिन बहुत सारे रोज़ी फ्रेग्रेंसेस आते हैं जिसमें वो थोड़ा सा देसी टच रहता है क्योंकि उनमें वो ग्रीन या मॉसी नोट्स ऐड करते हैं. उसकी वजह से ना एक थोड़ा सा हर्बल नेचुरल फ्रेश रोज़ फील आता है. इसमें वो हर्बल मॉसीनेस मुझे फील नहीं होता. बिल्कुल जो रोज़ का सेंटर का स्वीट पार्ट होता है ना, बड, वो मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि उसको कैरमल और वेनिला और शुगर इन सब में मिक्स कर दिया है, एंड दैट इज़ द फ्रेग्रेंस दैट यू आर गेटिंग. नाउ यू कैन इमेजिन लाइक एटलीस्ट दैट गुलकंद दैट तो गुलकंद को जैसे रोज़ और चाशनी को मिला देते हैं तो वो थोड़ा ज़्यादा स्वीट रोज़ हो गया, ये उसका माइल्डर वर्जन है, ऐसा मुझे फील होता है. तो ओवरऑल इट्स काइंड ऑफ लाइक अ जैमी स्वीट सिरपी स्वीट फ्लोरल, and it is the kind of a fragrance that has a very bit of, you know, femininity in it. It's a very delicate kind of a perfume, and it is a perfume which has the ability to become a signature scent for a woman who is into rose sweet perfumes. I imagine a woman who is like wearing a lilac colored dress, a very flowy lilac colored dress, or a baby blush pink color ka you know, salwar suit, georgette salwar suit, and beautiful long hair, and a very delicate woman out there, and who's like very subtle, who's like very modern. She's like very shy, and she is kind of like an ambivert. So that kind of a person who's like doing her daily chores, and you know, who's like going to office, she's the kind of girl who has a very normal life on everyday basis. But I see that as a representation of this perfume. It is a very feminine, everyday wear kind of a perfume. Someone who wants to smell very delicate, sweet, shy, I think this perfume is for them. ये मुझे एक ओवरऑल पिक्चर सा फील होता है इस परफ्यूम के बारे में. Let's talk about the performance of this. Now, surprisingly, this being a Zara perfume has blown my socks away, because this one lasts for 6+ hours on me. And if at all you layer it with a vanilla based perfume, like say for example the Body Shop ka vanilla EDT, if you layer this perfume with that, it becomes further more पोटेंट, एंड इट एक्चुअली लास्ट लॉन्गर. इसको अगर आप अपने आप में यूज़ करते हैं, and if you are living in a moderate temperature to colder weather region, then this is going to perform for 6+ hours on you. If you are living in ekdam summer या humid region, then this is going to last for almost 4 hours for you. But a Zara perfume performing more than 4 hours is a big deal, because Zara, as I always say, मैंने अपने previous videos में बोला है, Zara has a very thrashy performance, and you know, you're paying a lot and you're just getting like 2-3 hours of perfume, not even that. But this perfume really performs well. You know, this is not the kind of perfume जिसका सियाज बहुत अच्छा है. It does not fill the entire room with the perfume that you're wearing. But you know, in close proximity, somebody will notice that you are wearing a very sweet rosy perfume or a sweet floral perfume. It has a very you know, warmth to it because of that amber. तो एक बहुत ही, you know, warm cuddly kind of perfume है ये. And this is good if you are like it makes a cloud or a bubble, perfume bubble around me. तो कोई अगर मेरे से पास में खड़े होकर बात कर रहा है आमने सामने, they will definitely notice my perfume. So definitely this is a good office wear. Now I do have to tell you that the way this performs and projects is based on the sprays that you are using. If you are just spraying 2 to 3 sprays of this, then उतना प्रोजेक्ट नहीं करेगा. बट अगर आप मेरी तरह ओवर स्प्रेयर हो, तो ये परफ्यूम 30 मिनट्स तक प्रोजेक्ट भी करता है. सो ओवरऑल द परफॉर्मेंस इज़ गुड. द सियाज इज़ नॉट दैट ग्रेट, बट द ओवरऑल परफॉर्मेंस इज़ गुड. इफ़ यू आर नॉट टू मच इनटू रोज ऑल्सो, ये थ्रू आउट रोज़ जो है वो धीरे धीरे करके फेड होता जाता है, क्योंकि इसके सिर्फ टॉप नोट्स में फ्लोरल्स है. इसके मिड नोट्स में थोड़े एम्बर एंड वार्म नोट्स हैं. तो वेनिला, कैरमल एंड शुगर एंड यू नो, दीज काइंड ऑफ नोट्स, एम्बर, ये चारों नोट्स मिल के ना एक डेजर्ट लाइक फील क्रिएट कर देते हैं. एंड दैट टॉप नोट kind of very smoothly vanishes. It doesn't go suddenly, but it really, like, it is well blended. There are no sharp edges in this perfume. तो एक अच्छे से blend होकर वो fade out हो जाता है. So you are left with a sweet ambery vanilla based perfume, and you don't have to bother too much about the floral components in this perfume, because they fade away. Overall, I think this is perfect to be worn during daytime as well as nighttime. Daytime आप थोड़ा कम spritz करो, night time just go slightly overboard with the spraying. It is one of the best date night perfumes, especially if you are going with someone whom you are very comfortable with, who is known to you, and you can freely talk to that person. I think that kind of a friendly date is something that this is perfect for. It is perfect for when you're going out doing your normal chores, even groceries, going visiting friends and stuff like that, meeting family. This is such a cozy vibe perfume, एंड आई थिंक ऑल दीज ओकेजन्स के लिए ये परफ्यूम बहुत अच्छा है. नाउ आई वुडेंट से दिस इज़ अ गुड ऑप्शन फॉर इंडियन फेस्टिविटीज़ बिकॉज इसमें उतना डेप्थ या ये उतना डार्क और डेप्थ इसमें नहीं है. It's a light, easy breezy, sweet perfume, and definitely आप इसको casual office wear formals में भी consider कर सकते हैं. But I think for Indian wedding, Indian festivities, we need something more with more depth. So for those things this is not a good option, and this is a modern take of a perfume. I feel that this is a very modern perfume, and despite it being a modern perfume, it still has kind of that 90s वाला vibe to it. Like जब मैंने ये perfume sniff किया था, तो it reminded me of the days जब मैं जब मैं मेरे घर के पास में, आई यूज़ टू स्टे इन भोपाल, एंड मेरे घर के पास में एक कॉस्मेटिक स्टोर था लोकल, एंड आई यूज़ टू गो देयर, एंड वहाँ पे एक परफ्यूम की शॉप थी, एंड वहाँ पे लोकल, आई थिंक एमपी में ही प्रोडक्शन या मैन्युफैक्चर्ड थे. तो छोटे छोटे परफ्यूम्स आते थे एकदम सस्ते वाले, एंड वहाँ से मैं रोज़ परफ्यूम मैंने पिक किया था. दिस वन काइंड ऑफ रिमाइंड्स मी दैट plasticky synthetic rosy perfume that I used to smell, and that was such a typical 90s wala thing. This is much modern take of that perfume is what I'm saying, and of course it doesn't smell cheap at all. It smells like a high-end perfume for sure. It smells expensive, but it just reminded me of that kind of a memory. So I think it has an old school 90s vibe to it, plus it has a modern feel to it, so it's a very kind of like a balanced perfume in that way. मतलब overall मुझे ऐसा लगा कि this is a beautiful perfume to try, and as compared to Red Temptation and Rose Gourmand, I think this is a more comfortable and safe blind buy for me, rather than Red Temptation, because Red Temptation is very rich in saffron and jasmine kind of a notes, and it has a very strong mossy base to it. Sometimes if mossy notes are not done right, they don't sit well with my skin chemistry. इसमें मुझे वो मॉसीनेस का प्रॉब्लम नहीं आ रहा, ये मेरे ऊपर बहुत ही कोजी फ्रेग्रेंस की तरह सेटल होता है. तो आई थिंक आई एम मोर कंफर्टेबल वेयरिंग दिस वन ऑन एवरीडे बेसिस, and this is like a very comfortable everyday kind of a scent. Even when I'm like watching Netflix or doing some very casual stuff like watching television, sitting in my blanket and all of that, this perfume is the one. This is my like go-to perfume for that, because it is so cozy and warm. Rich, warm, addictive is almost like the first option, and this is the second option is what I can say. Now coming to my overall rating, I am going to give this a 10 out of 10. I love the way it makes me feel, and that is the most important thing for me in a perfume. It triggers the right memories. It takes me to good old days, and it feels right to wear this one. And the performance is good, the pricing is good, the quality is good. I love the packaging, everything is good about this one. And it also is a dupe of a very high-end perfume, which I should have said right in the start of the video, but I forgot. So this one is said to be a dupe of Mancera's Rose Vanille. Now there are some subtle differences between these two perfumes, and I just want to highlight those. So Mancera's perfume has more of a citrus and fresh notes to it, aqua notes to it in the opening, and then it is a rose sugar dominating perfume. It has like sugar and rose in its mid note. It also has sugar in the base notes, with some hints of a cedar wood and white musk and vanilla. So it is, I think it is more brighter and more sweeter and more denser rosy perfume rather than this one, because इसमें वो rosy feel है, but since it is part of top notes वो जल्दी fade हो जाता है. Like throughout it is not that rosy jammy perfume kind of thing. It is rosy, fades into this amber warm vanilla ice cream kind of a fragrance. So that is my conclusion for today's review. I hope कि आपको ये perfume review पसंद आया, and if you like, you can go to the Zara store, actually test and try that perfume, and then you buy it. I am rooting for this. My only problem is I just don't want Zara to discontinue this one, and I don't want Zara to change the formula. I just want this to be continued in India, because this scent was created in 2020 and it has taken 2 to 3 years for Zara to get it in India. I just don't want this to be discontinued. I'm afraid about that. Anyways, so that brings us to the end of the video. I hope कि आपको ये video पसंद आया होगा. You liked the review, and if you did, do hit the like button. Also, please support my channel by subscribing. Hit the bell notification so that you get notified every time that I upload a new video. Follow me on Instagram, and I will see you very, very soon in my next one. Bye.